Okay, this is my audience. Here they are, here they are. Okay. Good. Okay, I'd like to start my speech off first with a question. Would any of you consider driving blindfolded? I'm here today to explain the dangers of texting and driving, an equivalent of driving without sight. Many unnecessary accidents occur every year due to distracted driving, and I find that this is absolutely atrocious. Throughout my speech, I will provide statistics and different dangers of texting and driving. I will also talk about possible solutions and then explain the benefits of those solutions and harm that will come if they're not followed. Let's start by exploring the dangers of texting and driving. Texting and driving proves dangerous not only for the texting driver, but also for others on the road. In recent years, there's been an increase in texting volume. It's increased by several 100% since 2001. In a Time article written by Gilbert Cruz and Christy Olafson, said in 2002, 1 million texts were sent every month. This rose to 110 million in 2008. So that's 110 million text messages every month that are sent in and out. The article also stated that for every 1 million new cell phone subscribers, there's a 19% rise in fatalities due to texting and driving. It's actually more dangerous than talking on a cell phone while driving. In an article in the American Journal of Public Health by Wilson and Stimson, they stated, while a driver is talking on a cell phone, the driver's eyes remain fixed on the road. When you're texting and driving, your eyes leave the road, and this causes more danger because you can't see what's coming. A lot of people will say, oh, I know how to text and drive, I'm a pro at it, I'm really good at it, I text and drive all the time. Again, and that's in the same Time article that I mentioned earlier, there was a study by David Strayer. He estimates that only 2% of people can actually multitask enough to be able to text and drive with safety. Those 2%, he goes on to say that those 2% are probably the same people who would make really good fighter pilots, which is a very rare quality to have. He also did simulator studies where they would have people drive in cars. Some would be texting and driving, and others had a 0.08 blood alcohol content level. The studies showed that the people who were actually drunk while they were driving braked faster than the people who were sober and texting. A few statistics that I found that I thought were very significant. One was done by the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety. It said that studies have analyzed that cell phone records of crash-involved drivers have reported that using a cell phone while driving is associated with roughly quadrupling the crash risk. So that means if you text and drive, you are 4 times as likely to be in an accident. Another study done by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they said that in 2008, 5,870 people lost their lives, and an estimated 515,000 people were injured in police-reported crashes. Texting and driving was involved in all of those crashes. As you can see, texting and driving is especially dangerous. However, there are some possible solutions. I will explain a few of the solutions to prevent careless accidents for drivers. One possible solution is leaving your cell phone on vibrate. If the cell phone is not ringing, it makes you less likely to be distracted. Another possible solution are cell phone jammers. There's something you can actually install in your car, and it will prevent text and calls from coming in. So that would, prevent you from even receiving your text messages or your phone calls. Also, many states are passing laws against texting and driving. This is the only one that I think is only effective in certain scenarios. The cop has to be able to see you texting to be able to issue a fine or a ticket. In the Reader's article by Maggie Fox, unlike drunk driving where you have effective enforcement mechanisms, you don't have that with texting. The cop just has to get lucky and see you texting and driving. As I've shown, these possible solutions are only effective if people follow them. To make the roads a safer place, these precautions must be taken. More harm will come if no action is taken. Our world is becoming more and more dependent upon technology. I promise, cell phones didn't always exist. You can wait to text. Your life is not worth sending that one text. Also, you may save thousands of lives if you stop texting and driving. Again, from the American Journal of Public Health by Wilson and Stimson. If text messaging volumes were non-existent after 2001, predicted fatalities from distracted driving in 2007 would have been decreased by nearly 2/3 from the actual total. So that's saying that if we completely stopped texting and driving after 2001, by 2007, 2/3 of the people could have been saved. In closing, I hope that you now have a different perspective of texting and driving. Immediate action must be taken to prevent further casualties. After informing you of the dangers and possible solutions regarding texting and driving, I hope that I have persuaded you to think twice before you pick up your phone when you're in the car. Leave your phone to itself. That text message is not worth cutting your life short. Now I'd like to direct you to my PowerPoint. I just wanted to show a few different pictures of crashes. This first one you can see the car actually hit a semi. That's only half the car shown there because the other half was torn to shreds. For this one, another nasty crash. These ones are warning advertisements to warn against texting and driving. This one says park the phone before you drive, and it shows the phone actually in a parking spot. And this last one is a poster that a sister of someone who was killed in a car accident did. It says, "My name is Amanda. On May 16, 2009, while my sister was texting me, her car entered the median, she was ejected, and my sister was killed." And the ad encourages you to text responsibly. Okay, and I just wanted to thank you all for listening to my speech. And I hope, like I said, that I persuaded you to think twice before you text and drive. Thank you.